Welcome back to the Krypton Factor Group C final. Our contestants have completed 5 of the toughest mental and physical challenges. They're now off to the Super Round for one last titanic battle as they bid to fill the 2 remaining places in next week's grand final. The Krypton Super Round begins with the dramatic parachute jump. Next, the contestants must find their way through the cryptic rings. Out of the rings, they have to crack a series of computer codes before starting down the laser matrix, where breaking the beams incurs a disastrous time penalty. Next, 6 battens must be collected from the response revolve before the final hurdle, Krypton Mountain. Constructing the ladder comes first, followed by a race to the top.
Contestants, take your places.
Well, the group finalists have spent the last couple of minutes deciding what advantages to buy with their points totals. And of course, having been through the heats, they now have the experience of knowing what's best for them. And interestingly, looking at the advantages, not one of them have bought an advantage in the response revolve here, where you remove battens when the lights flash. But the favourites, pieces of ladder going up onto Krypton Mountain. 3 contestants have bought pieces of ladder. The only one that hasn't, Claire, didn't have enough points to do so. And a reminder that we have joint leaders going into the Super Round with both Adam Wayne and Ian Mitchell on Krypton Factors of 36. Andy Wilbur is 3rd with 22 and Claire Stringer is in 4th place with 10. So now a full breakdown of the advantages they've bought. Adam has used his points to spread his advantages, buying 2 ladder pieces, a word from the computer challenge and 1 guide arrow in the cryptic rings. Ian, with the same points tally, has also bought 2 ladders, a word and a guide arrow. Andy has used his points to buy 1 ladder piece and 1 word from the computer challenge. Claire is hampered by her lack of points, allowing her only to buy 1 word in the computer challenge.
The cryptic rings have been causing a few problems for our contestants, and that's the first challenge after the parachute jump. They're helped through with their personal codes, which appear on the monitors in front of them. As soon as they've memorised those, they can jump. Good luck. The Krypton Factor Super Round starts now.
The code memorised, the first to make the parachute jump are the leaders Adam Wayne and Ian Mitchell, and it's straight into the cryptic rings.
Each of the contestants knows how important it is to remember this code. If they correctly interpret it, they can get out of the rings very quickly. And with Ian and Andy both buying guide arrows, we'll be looking for them to be out first. But as the winner of the mental agility round, Adam in yellow should do well here. Contestants will be constantly keeping their minds fixed on those codes. If they mix them up, forget the order, it'll be a while before they emerge from these rings. All searching for their letters or numbers. And of course, because it's a group final, the pressure's really on. But it looks as if Ian Mitchell in green has already found his exit point. And Andy Wilbur is about to finish as Ian exits. It's a very fast start.
So Ian off now to the computer challenge, leaving Adam and Claire still in the cryptic rings. And Ian really does relish this battle of wits with the computer. But already Andy Wilbur, who cracked his code in an astonishing time last week, has done it again. But serious trouble for Adam Wayne. He has completely lost his way in the cryptic rings, though Claire Stringer has now found her way out. And Ian has worked out the code, and the answer lies in the keyboard. For the correct letter, a contestant must press the key to the right of the one they actually want.
But there's a real keyboard wizard here, and that's Andy Wilbur with one of the fastest pieces of code cracking we've seen. With the aid of a word advantage, he's finished very quickly. He's well ahead as he starts down the laser run. Adam Wayne is having problems breaking the code. Ian, though, is close to finishing. All he needs is the S, so he should press D on his keyboard. He's done that. He's off in pursuit of Andy, who's almost finished the laser run. Now, remember, there's a 7-second penalty if he hits the beam, so he's going to have to be careful.
Claire Stringer, with fewer advantages than any of the others, is doing well. She's closing up on Ian, who in turn is making ground on Andy. But way behind after that disaster in the rings is the man who was leading going into the round, Adam Wayne. He has still got advantages to play, but he is a very long way behind.
Into the response revolve, and Ian has now joined Andy. This test of dexterity and mental flexibility sees our contestants needing to collect 6 battens. As always, those battens only released when the lights flash. Claire's now entering the revolve, so that's 3 battling together. This is shaping up to be a desperately close-run thing, and Adam has now made it in. It really is a question of working out the light sequence and making sure you're in the right place when it goes on and releases the baton.
And it's Ian Mitchell to Krypton Mountain first. And thanks to his choice of advantages, he has 2 less ladder pieces to fit. Andy Wilbur now out of the revolve. And this is such a fast time that whoever takes second place could qualify for the grand final as the best runner-up. Andy knows that and is rushing to slot in those tricky ladder pieces. Claire could still make it too, but she has no ladder advantages. Ian Mitchell about to get onto the mountain. That's his 4th and final ladder piece, but one slip could let in Claire Stringer or Andy Wilbur, making the most of his 1 ladder piece advantage. And Ian started his climb to the top as Adam reaches Krypton Mountain. Claire having some problems with the ladder pieces, but with his advantages, Adam is making a last desperate attempt to get back into the race. But Andy is already on the mountain. On the other side, it's Ian Mitchell, I think, who's going to win it. Ian Mitchell does it!
Yes! Ian, a very good win. How do you feel?
Superb, absolutely superb.
Right, I just have to interrupt you there 1 second, because on the other side, Andy Wilbur is just finishing in 2nd place. And I have to tell Andy, because he'd be thrilled to hear this, that it is the fastest runner-up time, so he too will be going through to the grand final next week. So that's both Ian and Andy from this group final through to next week's grand final. It should be a marvellous contest. Whatever you do, don't miss it. Same time, same place next week. But now, as the other group finalists fight their way to the top of Krypton Mountain, we'll take our leave. From all of us,
Good
good
night.
night.
It's bad enough when things go wrong at home, but what happens when you're away? Following the people picking up the pieces in Mallorca. Emergency Abroad, tonight at 9 on pt2.